Today we're attempting to get all the way to round 100 on Reckoning. With a brand new leaderboard event and double gobblegums, we're taking on not one but two different high round strategies, but they are both much harder than I thought they were gonna be. And today we are gonna start with an old favorite of mine, the Gorgofex. Oh, it's good to be playing the Reckoning again. I am really having fun with this map. And of all of the things that I've done the Easter egg quite a few times. I've done a lot of the side quests multiple times, like these trash cans. But the one thing I haven't done just yet is get to round 100. And there are quite a few ways of doing so that I've seen. And the strategy that we're going to use today is going to be in the description. And it's the most recent strategy by Sulky118. It is, of course, a wonder weapon camping strategy, but between you and me, this one looks pretty interesting. Well, if not interesting, at least a little bit stressful, so we're going to have to be on our toes. In fact, this map is really interesting when it comes to the difficulty of Black Ops 6. There are a lot of things within it that make you play in a different way, and you better get used to seeing this view because this is where we're going to be for quite some time. I have been playing this map a fair amount, so I apologize to everyone who is in my bracket in the Reckoning event, but I really like this map. I think this is one of the most replayable maps in Black Ops 6, although that very well could just be the honeymoon phase of this map. There are just a lot of things to discover, a lot of very interesting interactions, I'll say, with the sandbox and this map. I also want to say, I don't think this is one of the spots for the Klaus legs. I know I said it in all my guides, but I've never seen it here, and I've like gone for Klaus every single game, just looking for those legs, but nope, I apologize. I don't think it's there. But hey, I'd rather accidentally include a spot that's not a spot than miss a spot that actually is a spot. It's always better to be thorough. I know I've heard this map is divisive, but I genuinely don't think that's really the case. I think people are happy with the gameplay of this map, and I think people are frustrated / confused about the story of this map. I feel like that's all the general consensus that I usually have. I think this is the most difficult map of Black Ops 6, both in terms of the enemy design, like these Commando Klauses exploding, and the Uber Klauses just being crazy strong, and the limited map space. There's not a lot of open areas. Well, would you look at that? I'm telling you, dude, those trash cans, that's the third ray gun I've got from these trash cans. They're really good to search through. I love doing this side quest as we're progressing through the map. But luckily, I do think I have some training spots in mind. There's obviously some high round strategies. I think Insomnia Virus just hit 999 for the first time. I think it was yesterday at the time of recording this, which is so cool. Gimme, yes, that's such a good double points. That's such a good double points. That was so lucky, which is extra good because there is a bonus points right there. We can really maximize that double points. That was really efficient. I think this map being the most difficult map of Black Ops 6 is perfect. I think that last map that you make for a DLC season should be among the most difficult or the most complex, complicated. Maybe polarizing might be the right word because we've already had our Tombs and our Liberty Falls. If people are casually playing, they can play that. Even like Shattered Veil is pretty good for both hardcore and casuals. It's a kind of good in between. The gameplay is pretty casual because there's no boss spam and the wonder weapons are decent, but then the Easter egg is pretty involved and the boss fight is, I think, among the hardest in the game. Clearly, Richtofen is harder here, but that Z-Rex at least gives me trouble. And I gotta say, we just pack-a-punched, and I am so happy with this pack-a-punch camo, especially the tier 3 one with the DNA strands on there, with all the different molecular things. Oh, it looks so great. Now, as we get set up, we are gonna want to do the Wonder Weapon quest, because that's how we're gonna high round. But one of my favorite things to do while we're waiting is to turn a couple rounds, so that way we can do the Sharpshooter side quest. Once I'm up here, I always do this free perk because you never know, you might get a good free perk early on, so long as we fly through all of these correctly. I will say, I think this map is right up there with the Tomb in terms of side quest, at least in terms of their functionality, because I am finding myself always doing this free perk Easter egg, and I'm always doing the Sharpshooter Easter egg for tier 2 Pack-a-Punch and purple rarity. It's just so convenient. Speed cola, nice. Now it's round 10, right? Let's get the zombie. I've seen seen some people have trouble with this. If you stand directly in the center, sometimes it doesn't activate. So you might want to step a couple steps back, and that's usually how I get it to activate. And this is going to be a little bit difficult with our Gorgofex, although I am suspicious, and I think this will confirm that. Oop, there it is up there. I think with the weighted stock or whatever stock I have attached to this, hopefully I showed you the, well, you know what? Let me show you it again. I'll show you the, ooh, dead wire, nice. I'll throw up the class that I'm running. I'm using this special stock on the Gorgofex, and I think it's got perfect ADS. If it's not perfect, it's pretty darn close. And I'm gonna get tier 2 armor because this map is a lot more close quartered than any other map in Black Ops 6, and I found myself taking a lot of damage. But after that, we are on round 11. I should have, I think 158 bullets should be fine for this second stage of this sharpshooter step. There we go. I really love this step. I've heard a lot of console players are struggling with this, and I can definitely see that aiming without aim assist can be really difficult. Or what happens a lot too in zombies, at least I found when going back, is that you want to aim somewhere, but the aim assist will actually make you aim towards a zombie, and for this Easter egg, you're trying to avoid the zombie, so that's not good. But hey, there's a purple ether tool. Lovely, and we've already got so much more, or so much salvage towards our legendary tool. But I suppose we should get working on this wonder weapon, and I just love this wonder weapon quest so much. First of all, oh, I still got a ray gun. Oh no, it flashed and I missed it. Dang it. I think so long as you don't make a line of sight with the computer, it won't flash. Oh, I just missed it again. Dang it. Let's go see if I can't suss out what this other one is. That would be F. Okay, so what element ends in F? 104? Oh, right there, 72. Or CF. Dang it. I'm gonna try 72. Nope. What about 104? Yay, okay, good. And if you haven't seen by now, the way you get these vermin to spawn in, consistently at least, is to not insta-kill the zombies, but it's to, oh boy, it's to shoot them in the body, and that will create more vermin just like that. And also, once the first vermin is sucked up, you don't want to kill the vermin, you just want to damage them. Same goes for the zombies. The map is still relatively new, so that might be a really good little pro tip there. And that should be the last vermin, so we can kill all the vermin now. Another good tip that I've seen quite a few people mention is buying PhD, and then with PhD, especially if you have like a shotgun or something, you can like PhD slide into zombies, and that like consistently damages them enough to where they can be absorbed. Whatever works for you. I don't have much trouble shooting them now that I know exactly how it works. And that should be our third and final zombie, and we can pick up our cyst. And this step is really fun. Oop, I can get some salvage, because if we jump down here, not only can we throw a smoke to protect ourselves, but if we hold out our Molotov, we can switch out of it and now have access to our weapon. Now, we still can't aim down sights, but we can at least like reload an armor plate up if we had armor. For some reason, this guy's not killing me. That's really convenient. Throw another smoke, get out our equipment. They go away. Very nice. Yeah, for some reason, you know what? Okay, so for this game, I recently discovered, well, one of you beautiful people told me from my Discord, try out Environmentalist and see if that protects you from the Klaus things. And the description of it says that it protects you from environmental hazards while sliding, but as you can see, I'm not sliding, so maybe we just made a recent discovery on camera. How cool could that be? We're definitely going to try that out with the Uber Klaus, because that could be really huge. That could literally be game changing. I feel bad because it might be a bug, but wow, that's cool. Oh, and here's a fun fact. Okay, so this is where our high round strategy is going to be, but if we go over here, the Klaus robots, Commando Klauses, will only spawn from these two areas. They will never spawn behind you for some reason when you go in here. I think the game thinks you're going that way, so it's like, ooh, cut them off over here, but it makes for really easy rounds. But for the high round strategy, if you haven't heard yet, so long as you're like right up against this elevator, you can't physically go in even if you want to. All of the zombies will spawn from this window, which means that we could just sit here, especially with the wonder weapon, and just kill them as they come along. And that is exactly what we're gonna do. Although it is a little bit boring in these earlier rounds, so we're gonna do something else. And luckily that something else is just in this room. This room is slowly becoming my favorite training spot on this map. I know I said the other room with the Forsaken chamber in it is my favorite one, and that might be the safest one, the most like wide open and easy. But something I found in these modern games like Cold War and especially Black Ops 6 is that it doesn't really matter if there's like an open area, because like this room is really wide open. So you'd think this would be a good training spot, but what makes a good training spot now isn't how open the area it is, it's how few spawns there are. And with this spot, the zombies only come from the doorways right there, and then I think you get some falling down here. So it's not so much about space anymore because we've got PhD to slide through and turtle shell to block all the attacks. Instead, it's about how few spawns you get and how manageable they are. So I really love this. So we are definitely going to try to get to a high round using just our guns and ammo mods in this room in a future video, especially with the recent napalm burst buff. But oh, there we go. That's round 16 already. We can make our way down back to this Easter egg. We need to sit up straight, make sure we're aiming good for this, and kick us off. 3 targets each. That's gonna be really hard to do, especially if this Gorgofex is inaccurate, which I think it's actually doing really good. Oh boy, oh boy. Come on, donuts, we can spray a little bit with those. Oh, I hope I have enough ammo. I should. 100 bullets, donuts, come on. Oh, and these are always the tough ones because zombies always like to climb out of those. Come on. Last one, beautiful. Then we've got this one. It's always really fun to do, and a double pack of punch crystal. Turn around for this Uber Klaus. And let's destroy him. I don't have double tap. I don't have double tap yet. I can definitely tell. That's okay. This Gorgofex still doing really good. Like I said, even though this is a pretty big open area, let's go see. Oh no, we need to be sliding. We need to be sliding with those ones. Okay, never mind. Environmentalist, you're not broken. But yeah, this Uber Klaus is a crazy dangerous. Those electrical attacks are something else. I mean, you saw just there. It goes through your armor. Your armor does not mitigate any of that damage. It mitigates the very first, like, how to explain it? With that electrical attack that he shoots at you, you will get damaged in the initial hit of it. That is mitigated through armor, but then the actual electrical attack on the ground is not mitigated through armor. So having Environmentalist protects you, I feel like it does that every time. Having Environmentalist protects you from the ground damage, which is the most damage. But hey, we are on round 17 with the triple pack-a-punch purple Gorgofex. So I'm really liking the side quests here. I think they do such a good job. Oh, and now we have enough for a legendary rarity already in round 18. I still need double tap though, so we're gonna need to prioritize that next. And there we go. Now we're ready to take on the Forsaken. So let's start these computers. Have I mentioned how much I love this Wonder Weapon quest? Because I really love this Wonder Weapon quest. This gun might be too strong for the Uber Klaus that we're spawning in right now. I might have made a mistake. Just need to shoot off your stinking slide backwards. Okay, just need to shoot off your shoulder pads, my man. There we go. There's 1 and there's 2. Sweet, thank you for coming by. Can you jump right there? I would much appreciate that. Thank you, Klaus. Always helping me out. Now I wonder how fast the Gorgofex is gonna kill the Forsaken here. Let's see what we got. There's 1, there's 2. Oh, let's go. Didn't even leave the pad. Goodbye, Forsaken. I love the Gorgofex so much. And I love this Wonder Weapon quest. It's so good. And this Wonder Weapon itself, it looks so grimy. By the way, I have figured out what the alternate variant does, but I need to test it to make sure I'm not going crazy. But for today, we are going to use the good variant and listen to Panos here and unfortunately kill our good friend Blanchard. We need to pick up our Strauss counter and ooh, we're low. Let's see. It looks like it's up. In fact, it's probably in the executive suite. So let's jump down and fall down here. I need to go get stamina up so I can just fall through those things. I want to say I freaking love this map layout. I think this is like the best map layout that we've had. Okay, that might be hyperbole. The tomb's pretty good. I also like Terminus as well. Is it over here? It looks like it's out of bounds here. But this is just so much fun. There we go. go. Another location. I love that those are in random locations. But it's so nice once it clicks for you where everything's at. I find myself flowing through this map so effortlessly. In fact, I would highly recommend my video. I know a lot of people said that my map walkthrough, my map layout walkthrough really helped them understand where everything's at. And once you understand where everything's at and how to get there, it's smooth as butter. It's so good. And then the free faller, oh, it's so great. Without the parachutes opening, you get from place to place in no time. And since we already have all of our stuff, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna buy a shock charge. I probably should have switched my dead wire for something else, but that's okay. We will go over here and assemble this essence extractor and do the absolute unspeakable to Mr. Blanchard. I'm so sorry. Now, if you struggle with this, I would highly recommend energy mines, because if we just set those there, you don't even need two of them. One of those bad boys will be good enough. And take a look at that. They're already killing all of the zombies that come close to that thing. So I usually like to just stand back here, keep an eye on it, see that zombie go nearby. It might get a hit or two in and then it'll die really quickly. Sometimes you can help it out though. But then I'll listen for these Uber Klauses or those regular Klauses to come in. And it's just nice not to have to worry about all of the zombies all the time. Makes it much less chaotic, because at the end it really does get pretty intense with all of the commando Klauses. If you don't have a good weapon, you're using your wonder weapon all the time. You can use Ether Shroud to kind of hide everything. But overall, really fun lockdown and a good location too, nice and challenging. And we get a beautiful story moment with Blanchard dramatically walking out and falling down to his death. And I think when you pick up his life essence, I think you can hear him. Although I might be making that up now that I'm actually listening. I thought I could hear like deathly wailing and moaning in pain the last time I did that step, but that might have just been my inner monologue. And here we have our Gorgofex, and I'm in the middle of crunching all of the stats for the Gorgofex and all of its variants. But I will say, at least when you first craft the Gorgofex to whatever variant it's in, it does not get any sort of damage boost. All upgrading it does is give it the special effect that each one has. And for this one, it's the acid pool that it leaves behind. And before we get any other perks, I do want to pack-a-punch it, because I'd like to start this high round strategy as fast as I can. Come on, pack-a-punch. Dude, I love this pack-a-punch room too. The low gravity is just really fun. I love doing this especially. Sometimes I'll do it out this window, but I love just like dolphin diving across the room and then having the beam throw you over and then boom, PhD. It's so fun. And another thing that I just love about this map is the fact that we have some more traditional camping strategies back. And when I say traditional, I mean like with your bullet weapon. This was, I think, one of the very first, if not the first, high round strategy developed, sitting here with this wonder weapon and shock charges. But also, if you stand here, you get a brilliant line of sight down this corridor, and you can just use your regular weapon, especially if we have on cryo freeze. Bad example now because we're like one-shotting all of these zombies still in round 21 with the Gorgova. But having cryo freeze activate will not only slow down the zombies, you can see in the ice storm back there, but it'll deal extra damage to them too. That's a cryo freeze ability. I love strategies like this, like the Colonel's Office, like the Doris Catwalk. I just think it's really fun. It's good for headshots. It's good for casual gameplay, and I'm glad we have a couple of these on this map. Ooh, and with a special round, this is really cool. Unless they patched it, which they might have, if we go over to this corner, all of the Klauses should come out of this window and we can just destroy them. Now, I think I've had them come out of here 1 or 2 times, but I might have like gone in the room, but here we go. Commando Klauses are weak to cryo freeze too, so that's why I put it on, and easy as that. And we're probably due for an Uber Klaus at any point in time. Oh yes, and it's after round 22, so we're getting doppelgasts now, but they don't look like they're too big of an issue just yet. But I've got enough now to double pack-a-punch this. Ooh, and I've got enough salvage for a death machine, so I'm gonna definitely take advantage of that. But we're gonna go to the pack-a-punch room, and then I think I heard an Uber Klaus, so I'm gonna double pack this, And then I'm gonna try to take care of this Uber Klaus if I can. Oh yeah, we're still doing good. We're still doing really good. This Gorgofex is monstrous. And boom, just like that, he's dead. And without gravity, or with gravity, I should say, without anti-gravity, this is one of my favorite training spots too. The anti-gravity makes it a little bit weird, but going back and forth between the middle round or the middle area and up top here is pretty fun. Take care of the zombies. I'm going to grab tier 3 armor. We're gonna head back to the main map, and I want to do something. I think if you line up just right, you can fall through 2 levels. So if we jump through here, maybe can we hit it? Nice, look at that. You can jump through the 2 levels there of this tower. Dude, this is so fun because I want to start the strategy from down here in quantum computing and just sit like this. Now, I think we're supposed to like shoot that first, like this little door frame or window frame, just like so. This makes me stressed about not looking over there, but apparently that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know if we're going to do that without depth perception at the very least. We'll try to make it work, of course. Looks like it's working pretty good. Oh, missed that shot. Maybe you can shoot. Oh yeah, you can shoot through here. And there we go. Okay, that's really weird without depth perception. I might regret this, but I think I'm gonna get myself some depth perception and maybe vulture rate too for the ammo drops. Oh, and you know what? If this ever happens to you where you get a bunch of zombies or you like accidentally stepped away, what you gotta do is you gotta come down here, wait for all of them to spawn back in, and then head back on up. And then that should clear them out of here a little bit. Nice, keep stepping back. And then we'll do this. Oh yeah, we need to put down our energy mines too to help us with our zombie problem, or parasite problem, I guess. That depth perception is really helpful. Now you can see it all through there. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty cool. But I know I can already hear it. It's another Black Ops 6 map where the high round strategy is just camping with the wonder weapon. Oh, and we've got an Uber Klaus, so let's try this. Okay, so we're gonna shock charge you and pull out our death machine. Sorry, I was looking at that energy mine damage. That's pretty good, just like so. Ow, you punched me out of there, so that's not great. What I kind of want to do is I might upgrade these traps this game, just as a little emergency. Like if I need to run somewhere real quick, this could be a nice little panicky, hey, flip this switch and then come back to reality. I think you're supposed to go to the offices because these guys don't get damaged a lot by the wonder weapon, but I'm just gonna probably go here because we're only going to 100 today. I'm not really super concerned about the speed. There's our max ammo. Nice. I almost think I want to put some like blast traps down here, you know, as like a kind of OG Pentagon Thief strategy. How many of you guys remember the Pentagon Thief? But as I was saying, I talk about this a lot when talking about high rounds because I'm just convinced that there are no high rounds that's gonna make everyone happy. I've had the complaint over the years, especially back in Black Ops 3 and in really last year when my Modern Warfare Zombies people were talking about round-based zombies, a lot of people were saying, oh my goodness, round-based is so boring because all you do is run in circles. So we have a complaint, oh my goodness, all you do is run in circles. And then we have another complaint, oh my goodness, all you do is sit in a corner and spam a weapon. And so before you comment, I want to give you the opportunity to answer this question first. If not sitting in a corner spamming a wonder weapon like we are right now, if not running in a circle, training zombies and killing them, then what else should the gameplay of high rounds be? I'm at a loss. I genuinely don't know. If there is a better way, let's do it, you know? But in terms of the normal moment-to-moment gameplay, as you're upgrading, as you're progressing through the early rounds, you're just training zombies anyway. Or you're camping somewhere, like I mentioned before, like on the Darius Catwalk. So like, what's the problem with the high round strategies being somewhat similar? I truly think that high rounds are just forever going to be scrutinized. I don't think there's such a thing as a perfect high round. Oh, we've got another Uber Klaus, and us without a shock charge. That's okay. We'll activate both of these traps because if you don't know, these traps are surprisingly really good. You see how it shocked the Uber Klaus there? So that's why I'm thinking, at least with these Uber Klaus rounds, instead of like relying on Ether Shroud or a shock charge, maybe we can open up our strategy a little bit, especially if we upgrade these traps. Maybe come in here during the Uber Klaus rounds. Then once the Uber Klaus is dead, in order to reset the spot, we just jump down and then hop back up again. You see what I mean? Do you see the vision? I see the vision, but I still want my shock charges. And let's see what perks we still need. Okay, elemental pop. I'm not gonna get dead shot quite yet because I'm not using a bullet weapon, and I think that was the 5th activation of this trap, so we might get the hard drive soon. One of the next videos, I'm not sure when I'm gonna do it. I have like 50 million video ideas that I could do a day, but I needed to focus on some of them here. Oh, yep, memory full. Cool. So we will get a hard drive soon. We'll have to go check over there for some hard drives. But in that video where I go over the training strategy in that room, I want to upgrade these traps and show you how to upgrade these traps if I don't already do so. Oop, there's the hard drive. Cool. Because upgrading those traps can be very, very fruitful, we'll say. This map is a breath of fresh air. New wonder weapon, new enemies with the commando classes, the uber classes. I love the uber class so much. It's really difficult, and I was gonna say borderline overtuned until I found that environmentalist from PhD completely negates the electric damage on the ground. So now I'm like, that's perfectly balanced. And to add on top of that, when you're in the mutant injection, we might, if we see a mutant injection, I'll show you. When you take damage from the Uber Klaus while you're in the mutant injection, it will decrease the amount of time you have in the mutant injection. That's genius. Honestly, I think a lot of people would be really happy if that's just how mutant injections worked. It might ruin some strategies. Oh my goodness, and look at that, a mutant injection. It might ruin some like strategies, high rounds, and world records, but we're definitely too far into the life cycle for that to happen. But you know, with Black Ops 7, very well could be the case. But now once you have your caster hard drive, in order to upgrade the trap, we need to buy melee macchiato, open up the brain, and then put in the hard drive in the same place where the brain is. And what we can do is if this zombie is far enough away, if it's the last zombie, we could put this in. We need to defend that, and we could just block the zombie from getting it. And I don't understand why it's still attacking me. Hello? Why are you attacking me? System failure? What? Every single video I see is body block the zombie and they won't get to the hard drive. But then were they all running turtle shell and doing that? That is so bizarre. Well, anyway, I found a way that's 10 times better than that, and I guess that'll be the one that I show you. But first, let's show you what this thing does against an Uber class, or more likely what an Uber class does against this thing. Now, I have found some strategies that work. For example, shooting the Uber class will stun it, so you can go in and melee it. So if you do that, maybe melee it, boom, there you go. Also, running into the Uber class will stun it for a little bit, so you can kind of run in, melee, come back, run in, melee, come back, run in, melee, or shoot and then melee. So it's not terrible, but it definitely doesn't last nearly as long, and we've got to be careful we're inside those already. But we can take out your shoulder pads, you're still at a fairly early round, and then deal with the Uber Klaus core. Now luckily, to try this again, the hard drive just drops down there and you can put it in again. I think I'm just going to use decoys for this first time, because my big secret is if you have a parasite, the parasite doesn't attack that ever, so you should be safe. It would be nice if the zombie, yeah, there you go. Okay, so why did that other one hit me? Because now this guy's marched to here. Maybe I was too close when I activated it. Maybe it was closer to me than that, but yeah, so you just, I guess, block them, throw a decoy first, block them from there, and then eventually you'll hear the PA go off saying, successfully upgraded, system online. And now we've got the caster turret 2.0. which is going to deal, I think it's just more damage. And I think if you don't have PhD, then it won't harm you anymore. But I think with PhD, it doesn't harm you. Again, I need to test out Environmentalist. Gotta remember to get myself a death machine. Oh, and shock charges, dang it. But I love using Free Faller because I feel like it's not one of those augments that's super popular. So I love the game encouraging you to use these unpopular things. And Energy Mine also not super popular, but really cool how it interacts with the sandbox. I think with this map, they're really doing a good job of playing in the sandbox that they've created. The map, I think, in order for zombies to be like excellent, not just good, because I think the mechanics are good, but in order for a zombie game or map or whatever to be above average, it needs to play around with its mechanics. It needs to force you to interact with the sandbox in a unique way. And so the Uber Klaus completely shutting down mutant injections, having a vertical map that allows you or encourages you to put on like free fall, and then, oh my goodness, this guy's like stuck back there, isn't he? What are you doing? What even is that? That doesn't look like a zombie. What in the world? Okay, well, can we get some splash damage on you? Thank you very much. Okay, maybe it was stuck in the ceiling. Okay, now it looks like a zombie. There you go. Anyway, encouraging you to use Free Faller and the Uber class with the electric shock that isn't mitigated through armor, but you can avoid with Environmentalist. It's just, I love it. I love it so much, especially because I think Treyarch knows we are all about our tribologists, and so anything to encourage us not to use that, I think, is a good thing. There's another Uber class. We'll do this, throw another shock charge. Ooh, we've got a mutant injection. That's cool. Boom, boom, boom. And then we can shoot a thing right through there to stop them. Go back a little bit. Nice. That, I imagine, is going to get substantially harder in the higher rounds, especially if I'm a donut and I just forget completely to use my energy mine. Oh, that was a terrible energy mine placement. I mean, maybe not. If I can see through the bush, maybe they can see through the bush, but we're starting to get super sprinters. So let's go to over here. I think somewhere in there, starting to jump through the barrier. But this is very much what Zombies is all about. That was a really fast round. Zombies is all about finding weird mechanics like one window mechanics and spawns, finding weird tools in the sandbox to use to basically abuse the game, I guess. Oh man, and I completely forgot the whole map, basically the whole map being entirely underground or in a building means you're not going to be able to use a chopper gun. And I think they knew that because I don't think I've seen like a naturally generated or spawned chopper gunner from any enemies. So they know exactly what they're doing with this whole sandbox manipulation, and I'm all for it. But Treyarch, the next step in the evolution of the map and the sandbox interacting needs to be allowing us to do the map specific Easter eggs from the crafting table. I think that would be phenomenal. All right, Klaus, let's come on in here. Oh, you're on cooldown. Let's see what this thing can do to you on round 44, if it's worth using. Let's actually throw down a shock charge, and you know, that's not bad damage. That's not terrible, but I think it's not a safe place for me. Ooh, let's do this one next. Like I said, I do kind of want to get this upgraded. It sounds like Uber Klaus is out of his shell now. Yeah, I think he's gone. I think Klaus is gone. I'm telling you, there's a strategy here with these traps. It definitely gets sketchy when zombies start getting past ya. Oh, come on, donuts. What is this? What is this? Shock charge down, maybe? Can we, like, push these guys back a little bit? Purity, please. Cut them off, cut them off, cut them off. Okay, throw another energy mine down. You know what? We're gonna go down. Kind of reset. That's not a good sign on round 45. Get everyone back spawned in. Hopefully they're not back up here. Okay, we're good. We're good. There we go. Okay. Everybody okay? It is worth mentioning, the way you upgrade these traps, it's not by how many kills you get, it's how many times you activate the trap. So I'll be activating these in between rounds. Even though as we're progressing through this, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hold a zombie at the end of the round with this strategy. And of course, we've got a Klaus round right at round 49, right after I activated the traps. Let's throw that, throw you over there, put that up top there. Good, good, good. Throw another thing down over there. And then that, let's throw another shock charge so we can get you going. Nice, thank you very much. And you know what? Let's just reset. Let's just reset. I'm a little worried about this strategy. It seems really intense. Feel like I'm doing something wrong, but we're halfway there, round 50. I know a lot of people will say that I need to put on the Rampage Inducer for the first like 55 rounds, but I usually don't go Rampage Inducer because I like going at my own pace. You know, I got nothing to prove to anybody. Oh, we've got a memory full. Sweet. If we ever hold a zombie at any point in time, we're going to be able to upgrade that trap. And honestly, we probably should if we can. And there's a hard drive already. Nice. I will say, this strategy does not get you much salvage. Probably because we're not letting them like cross the window, which might not be a good thing. Someone dropped a sentry gun. I wonder if the robots go after the hard drive. I wonder if we can protect it, or nope, they go after it. Dang it. Oh boy, man, they really go after it. But they seem a little bit easier to take care of than the zombies, so this might just have to be how we do this. Although I think it already failed. Wait, really? Zone of fire increased? Let's go. That worked. Hey, look at that. Look at that, it worked. Cool. Oh boy, that was close. That was really, really close, dude. Those shock charges, man. Oh my goodness. This is just so sketchy. So sketchy of a strategy. I don't know if we'll get it to around 100 today. I think this is too crazy for me. I think I need to like save and quit and change my augments. I think that's what needs to happen. I don't think I think I need supercharged or something with speed cola. And I am definitely not getting the salvage I need to maintain this at all. But the traps are upgraded, which I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Oh my goodness. I just realized realized something. I never looked in the trash. Oh no. I was like, are there any Easter eggs that gets me like more salvage or something? I forgot to look in the trash. We made it to round 55. We made it to health cap. And of course, I forgot. I saved and quit, and that always spawns a little Klausen. So we'll come in here. We'll do the upgraded traps. Let's throw a little shock charge down there. See if this guy can take some good damage. I can at least be protected while I do a death machine. That's pretty cool. We can fall back down here. Hello. And let's buy some armor off the wall and reset a little bit. Are we okay? I think we're okay. I think we're good. Yeah, I don't know about this strategy, man. I don't know if this is a good round 100 strategy. I must be doing something wrong. Like, I feel like I'm taking way too much damage. I feel like the wonder weapon isn't like shooting fast enough. I switched my speed cola augment to supercharged, but like, how did you get through? Like, I don't know. I don't know about this one, chat. I don't know. This doesn't look like it's very consistent at all. There's lots of zombies coming after me and like big things coming after me. Come on. Oh my goodness, this looks terrible. This looks like a terrible strategy. I know I've got to be doing something wrong. Am I not like shooting where I'm supposed to? I don't know. I've got no armor. The zombies keep antagonizing me. Come on. Now I've got no armor. Oh my goodness. Get out of here. I don't know if I'm like not shooting fast enough so that those zombies can just come by, but this is what I see in Mr. Sulky's video here. And like, if I take 1 second to do anything, like, oh, we've got zombies coming through. Maybe that was just a bad round. I'm going to attribute that to user error here. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm not supposed to shoot in between the bushes yet. It just makes me nervous. I do also fear, I don't know, again, with these freaking zombies, like the doppelgast are ridiculous. I feel like sometimes the wonder weapon does, like, what was that? Like, why was there 78 zombies right there, dude? I feel like the wonder weapon sometimes doesn't create that like acid pool, you know? I felt that way in the other strategy that I saw. Like sometimes it just like, nope, zombies are just gonna run through it and not take any damage. And of course the Klaus is here. Of course the Klaus is here. Let's throw that down. Okay, well now we've got nothing. Now we've got nothing but energy mines and a hope. Oh no, I think we took care of it. I think we're good. I think we're okay. Maybe I'm like missing my, well, that was a missed shot for sure. Like I said, I don't think I'm shooting the right spot. I think I looked at the video again and I don't know. I'm gonna try really hard to shoot that spot and that spot only and just hope that all of those zombies die. But it went like, like I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. How do you kill the doppelgasts? And now I'm all out of energy mines. This sucks. Man, this sucks so bad. Like, why are you here? Like, go away. Like, sometimes the doppelgast will get stuck there, and then sometimes they won't. Sometimes the zombies will just walk on through the acid pool. Sometimes they won't. I'm very confused. Genuinely, what I think it is I think it's this wonder weapon. I think this wonder weapon is very, very inconsistent. I think, like I said before, I don't think every time you shoot this, it creates acid pools. I think sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. See, like that whole group of zombies just came through. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch to the different strategy. I'm gonna do the turtle shell strategy. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's like 3 times a round I have to come down here and buy ammo, all because like 2 zombies get through and then that all right. So I'm gonna switch my field upgrade to Ether Shroud, and then I am going to try and go get the free field upgrade from here, because that would be really nice if I can not get hit. That would be wonderful. Thank you very much. And never mind, there's a dying wish. Oh my goodness. Like I said, this is like the hardest map in the game. But the turtle shell strategy is just sitting here with turtle shell and doing the same thing. Oh, right, Uber Klaus, that's fine. Actually, it's not fine. I don't have whatchamacallit, a death machine. Got no equipment. Let's see if I can't craft a death machine fast. There goes all of my salvage. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's reset here. Wait for him to come on out. He should not shock me, I don't think, but we can do that. Ether Shroud. Pull out the death machine. Oh, it's 2 of them. That's wonderful. There we go. And I don't know if I'll have enough shroud time to defeat them. That's fine. Where's my wonder weapon? There we go. There we go. Armor. Armor. No, go down. Oh my goodness, dude. This map, man. Insta-kill. There we go. Hello? Like right there. Why? What? Do you see this? The insta-kill not working with my wonder weapon? What is this game? Just madness. Madness, I say. Okay, well that round was certainly nerve-wracking, wasn't it? I'm gonna get myself some more shock charges, and we have no salvage on round 64. I want to preface this by saying I take 100% responsibility of whatever I was doing wrong in that previous strategy, and what I'm gonna do wrong to probably mess up this round 100 in this strategy. But I don't understand something about the wonder weapon or where you're supposed to shoot or something, but apparently it's not as straightforward as I think it is. But hey, 65 is respectable, and to be honest, I do think this is the safer strategy. What you do is you have turtle shell. Oh, and I have some fun elemental pop augments here. But all you do is you shoot the ground, and then you just keep an eye on your armor, and you just go like this, you know? And what's great about this, I have Condor's Reach on, which, as you know, greatly helps you with picking up stuff. So you can see my armor. So long as we have armor, we have light. And so with all of the zombies spawning in, we're automatically picking up armor. It almost looks like I have infinite armor because every time I armor plate, there's just another one right there. Man, why weren't we doing this before? This is so much better. Like, it's stressful because I'm getting hit all the time, but like turtle shell, man, turtle shell's the goat. And we do have to be careful with our reloads here. Hopefully we're all right. There we go. And what I do like about this strategy is, at least I think, once this doppelgast is dead, at least I think, yep, once it's dead, yep, we can slide back, and we have some parasites to where if you wanted to upgrade the traps that way, you absolutely could. We still need to activate them a couple more times to get that final upgrade, but we are one upgrade away, which is so cool. But now we've got all that salvage, we've got all these armor plates. Like, this is the strat. Now, of course, because we're running turtle shell and hardened plates doesn't do you any good with turtle shell, we are running durable plates, which is simply going to give us even more health. You can see, even at round 66, we're still holding up with our armor, doing really good. And I have put on some fun augments for elemental pop. And I think that's the only scary thing about this. You gotta make sure no one's behind you before you turn around. So for elemental pop, I have it so that any enemy who hits me has a chance to activate an ammo mod, and I have it so that, see, like just like that right there, an enemy hit me and an ammo mod activated. Oh, I hear Uber Klaus. So I also have it, well, here, let me show you how to handle these guys. We're gonna throw this down, take out our death machine, pop our ether shroud, and just go to town on the Uber Klaus. Then I'm gonna put away my death machine, do this, wait for him to explode, maybe throw down another one, take out my ether shroud again. Okay, get out of this electricity, nice slide, there we go. And then maybe we can reset here. If you're feeling a little overwhelmed, throwing down a shock charge is always really nice. Kind of just stun the zombies and let them actually die around ya, especially with those doppelgasts, or if you need to reload or something. Oh my goodness, is that another Uber Klaus? That's another Uber Klaus. What in the world? There was two? How did I get two? Hey, at least you know those shock charges are good for him, you know? But now we are out of ammo, or we're out of ammo for the death machine, which is not great. Got ether shroud back, which is awesome. And we're getting drops from this, so we can get our max armors, our insta kills, double points, nukes, just like we did now. Cool. And there is a hard drive, right? Did I pick up a hard drive? Indeed I did. Let us take out some of these parasites. There we go. We've got one parasite left, and I'm so happy we're doing this. Let's get shock charge. Okay, and the death machine. I almost thought I ran out of salvage for a death machine, but we should be okay. But now we can use this final hard drive to upgrade this trap one last time. And as you can see with the parasite, it doesn't even care about it. It's just gonna go after me. And the parasite, as we all know, one by itself, really easy to dodge. Hey, hostile neural adjustment systems are online, which means now these traps and the things that they spawn can brain rot zombies, including the Uber Klaus. Now, it's going to be a lot harder to go in there when we have an Uber Klaus because we have turtle shell instead of regular jug augments. That's kind of why I went other strategy, but I'm terrible at the other strategy, so we're here. Now, sometimes I get worried I'm like running low on armor because it's like not picking up, but I've noticed sometimes you just need to give it a little shimmy, like go back and forth a little bit, and then Condor's Reach will be like, oh yes, I'm supposed to pick up things. That's right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was really close. And there we go. That was honestly, that almost feels faster. Nice. Now, I guess theoretically, you could also do energy mines for this strategy too. I just think Ether Shroud is much safer. And if you don't like just looking at the ground, if it makes you nervous, you can switch to third person. It's a little bit of a weird angle. It looks like you're about to like shoot off the cliff, but and then it like zooms in when there's a lot of zombies around you. But I mean, if it works, right? It kind of gets you a better view of what's directly behind you. I don't know. I like looking at the wonder weapon so that way I know when it's going to be charged here. Oh, can I get some shields, please? Can I get some shields, please? Max armor. Thank you very much. I think I went too far backwards. Let's reset then. It's the first time I've had to like reset in this entire strategy, which is so awesome. I also have the Vulture Aid augment that gets you more ammo for your wonder weapon, just so that way we don't run out of ammo. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is gonna be an Uber class round. Yes, indeed it is. Okay, so he usually runs on over. We're gonna throw a shock stick down. Do that, take out our thing, Ether Shroud. Is there just one of you? Hopefully there's just one of them, because then we could just do that and then shock stick down and then get back to this. Okay, that felt a lot better than the other strategy. As I'm shooting, I'm looking at the wonder weapon and I'm looking at my armor immediately after I shoot to see if I need to put on a new armor plate. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depending on who's around me. If I feel a little too hot, then I can throw down a little shock charge. I feel a little bit more confident now that we just had an Uber class round. Also feeling confident because I'm automatically replenishing my armor really consistently this time around. Boom, there we go. We'll need to reload armor as we charge. Boom. It's very intense still, but it feels pretty darn good. Okay, so now we might need to reset a little bit. Nope, there's an armor plate. Anytime that I have like one armor plate, I get like nervous. Man, if this hasn't convinced you of turtle shell, I don't know what will. And here's the rest of our parasites. Easy. Got all the salvage we need. Death machine still stocked up really good. Let's go get some shock charges, at least 2. Now, this is what I'm curious about. As we get further into the rounds, zombies are going to start dealing more damage, which means that they're going to start taking more armor off. And I think it's like 70 or 75 that this happens. I don't know. I haven't tested this high very consistently. So we'll need to be very careful about our armor reserves here as we get higher into the rounds. Oh, and that was a reload. Oh boy, that was a very long reload, even though I got classic formula back on. But hey, I think another successful round. I definitely think I like the elemental pop augment that creates ammo mods when they hit you, because especially with those parasites sniping you all the time, like they're outside of the range of this wonder weapon. And so I think it's really beneficial to have that augment on there for the one-off chances that they will get shatter blasted or dead wired or something. We are 3/4 of the way there. Easy little Klaus round. I've noticed that if you're in this room, the commando Klauses will come over here from the left and from this window, but if you're back here, they just come from that window. Always got to listen for that Uber Klaus spawning in. Doesn't sound like it'll be this round. Ooh, you know what? If you were really going at this way, because there's a chance Shatter Blast could pop, Shatter Blast has that one augment that lets you repair armor. So like, if those random ammo mods going off is ever Shatter Blast, then that could be good for your armor, to repair your armor too. I do feel another Uber Klaus coming in, so we're gonna go get some more shock charges. Look at how much salvage we have, and so many armor plates too. Yes, there it is, there he is, there he is. Okay, lock in, we'll do this. We'll do one more, throw that down, pull this out, Ether Shroud, and then do that. Good, he's somehow over there now. Boom, there you go. Switch it back, do this, throw it down, shock charge, reset a little bit. They're gonna be it's gonna be claustrophobic whenever they run out there, but a shock charge I think kind of equalizes everything. If not, you can just use the teleporter. I hear another one. Okay, so we're gonna do this shock charge, boom, turn around, this guy dead, Ether Shroud. This should be the last death machine. Come on, dude, go, 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 go. Oh, this is bad. This is no bueno. Can I do that? He's dead. Switch, go down the thing. Okay, all right. Okay, that was not good. Let these guys spawn back in, head on back up, and they should be despawned. Yes, good. Okay, where were we? I'm really glad I bought those shock charges. And let me be clear, I'm fine. I like the difficulty of this map. Like I said, I'm sure I was just doing something so wrong in that previous strategy. I'll be honest, it was my first time doing that strategy, and I've actually practiced this one a little bit. So if you want to politely tell me what I did wrong, I'd love to hear it. Sweet. Now we have to get ourselves some more shocks and another death machine, and we're topped up, ready to go. Worth mentioning, we are past round 75, and it looks like armor's still not an issue. So I think we're gonna be able to take this all the way to round 100. Zombies appear to be hitting really fast, but I'm still feeling pretty good. Famous last words. Goodness, these doppelgasts. Get out of here, doppelgasts. I feel like there's 6 doppelgasts on me right now. But once again, we made it. Oh boy, we've got another Uber Klaus. Let's do this, that, pull this out, go to here. Uber Klaus, goodbye. Thank you very much for being here. Yes, yes, yes. And there you are. And there we go. Okay, let's use this. That was not as good as I wanted it to be. We'll do a quick little spin around here, make sure we're all spawned in. Hopefully there's not a second Uber Klaus. No, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. It is a little weird, this strategy, because we don't have the Picky Eater augment for Vulture 8. So like, I'm very much used to getting all of my equipment back. So you actually have to pay attention to like when you use your equipment. It actually matters. Oh, that's a death machine. Oh, that's such a good death machine. Thank you so much. I mean, I wasn't really close with this one, but I'll always take a free one. I'm not gonna lie. I love this high round strategy so much more than the other one I was doing. I love that like it relies on turtle shell. There are other things you could do to make it a little bit more interesting. Look at all that armor over there. I love how it's not super easy. Like for example, both this and Terminus are just like wonder weapon spamming, but the wonder weapon spamming on Terminus is mixed in there with this augment combination that gets you just enough ammo back, and the wonder weapon does such a unique specific attack. Like on paper you're like, oh yeah, it's just the wonder weapon spamming, but it plays so differently. Like it feels like a different game to play. Here we're playing with our armor, whereas on Terminus we were playing with our wonder weapon and our equipment and some augments, and then we have the ice staff on the tomb, which is more of a spammy sort of wonder weapon thing. That's kind of the easiest one. But even then, you've got the energy mine, and with my strategy at least, you're going back and forth between a couple different places, even though that is probably the simplest one. Shattered Veil is kind of a blend between the tomb and Terminus, because you do need a certain augment combination, but then you are just kind of spamming it anyway. And this strategy just has like an air of danger because you're running turtle shell. I don't know, it's just exciting. And it's especially good because it's double gobblegum weekend this weekend for the first time since like, what is it, March or May or something? So like 3 or 5 months, you know? Oh, we've got another friend here. Shock that, very good. Shock him, Ether Shroud. I think if you wait on that Ether Shroud a little bit, you should, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Okay. Oh my goodness, this is a bad thing. Yeah, he's still here. He's still here. Where did he go? We exploded his outer shell, but then his inner shell was nowhere to be found. Where did he go? Where is he at? Where is he at? Oh, it's another one. Okay. I know sometimes they like teleport out there somewhere. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay. Okay. Let's shock charge down. Okay. Oh, it's a lot of zombies. Hopefully that means a lot of armor. Like this, like, I don't know. When people say, oh, it's just wonder weapon spamming, I think they say that in an effort to like downsize the stakes. But this is like, this is stressful, you know? You've got to be really specific, because it's not like I'm just shooting the ground like with the ice staff, you know? Like you are in the tomb, or I don't know, like you were back in Black Ops 2 with no boss zombies, no super sprinters, no damage scaling, you know? Oh, I'm not gonna be able to make this run here. We're gonna need to reset. That's okay. Let's dolphin dive down here. And sometimes, I've noticed a couple times, it takes them a second or two to respawn back in when I like fall really quickly. I don't know why that is, but something to pay attention to. Oh, and I got another death machine. Did I mention that death perception augment I put on, like Treasure Hunter or whatever? The thing where you get more drops from enemies. Yeah, that's one of my death perception augments. Really useful. Here we are, round 90. Now you'd think with more zombies, there'd be like more armor, but the past couple rounds, I've been like not having a whole bunch of armor, and I don't feel like it's my fault. Like I feel like zombies aren't dropping armor anymore. Oh, and we've got a Klaus. Let's do that. Pull that out, turn around. Oh, there's a Klaus right there. Boom, there we go. Oh my goodness. What? I was in dude, Treyarch, you've gotta fix that. I was in Ether Shroud, my man. I know like environmental attacks, but was like, I think a bug hit me or something. And again, no armor's dropping. Dude, what is with this map? It is just like ruthless. 10 rounds away. Can I jump through this? Yay. Oh man, this is not gonna be good. We'll take the long way around. Like, I know I turned around before Ether Shroud was going, but like, come on. It should be like the anywhere but here gobblegum, where it like makes you invincible for the moment you pull it out. Not just like, oh, zombies can't see you the moment you pull it out, but like invincible. Also, I still think, is there a Klaus still here? I don't know. I don't know if there is or not. 10 more rounds to go. Can we do this? I really hope so. I have no shock charges. Dang it. We're due for a Klaus round. I'm sure the Klaus round will have us with a good amount of time to go buy something, you know? Hey, Klaus round. Nice. I think I've got one more Commando Klaus round, and I think I want to go try it in the executive suites after this one, just to see if I can keep up with it. I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna be able to do it. I would say this is a pretty slow strategy, but I've been very distracted this game, saving and quitting, looking at guides. Oh, I hear a Klaus. Let's shoot once. Armor plate up, shoot twice. This static, there you go. We'll go ahead and do this as we're doing that. Beautiful. We'll take you out while we're here and you. And then Uber Klaus is done. Let's wait and listen for another one. Hopefully not another one. And another free death machine. I think we might have to deal with 1 or 2 more Klauses, but overall I'm feeling optimistic and very, very nervous. All right, so we're at 1 hour and 6 minutes for this game. Remember, I saved and quit, so that's not like the actual time we've been in game. I just want to see how long it takes us to get through this one round. And I might need to go on a little armor run here, or that nuke is gonna slow us down. Is there any armor around here? Can I shimmy, pick up some armor? It doesn't look like it. Come on, there's one. Sometimes I've been throwing these, throwing some like equipment, kind of help kill zombies a little bit faster if possible. Anybody armor? Anybody? There's one. There's another. There we go. There we go. This is a very, very stressful strategy. Like, I'm constantly looking at my wonder weapon, going back to my armor. Gotta remember to shoot the wonder weapon at the right time, not too early. Don't want that to be like the ice staff where you shoot it too early and then you're screwed. But then you don't want to neglect your armor. You want to make sure you have armor. And then I think this is the end of the round. I always slide back. We've got tons of parasites shooting at me. There we go. Let's see. That was about 2 minutes, almost 2 minutes on the dot, actually. So that's a pretty long round, if you ask me. Minute and a half is usually the faster rounds in these high rounds. Okay, Klaus round, let's go show you, at least show you the strategy, right? So you come down here whenever you see the red, and there's a 1 window spawn over here. Now, usually you have the Mustang and Sally's, but I really hope the Gorgofex can hold their own here. There they are, there they are. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I hope I don't need to reload. I've got a, okay. I've got some shock charges just in case. Can we do it? Oh, honestly, that's not so bad though. That's not so bad. Man, why wasn't I doing that before, Donuts? You donut, look at how fast that was. Dude, that was so much faster. Oh, Sulky, I should never have doubted you. And then you just run back in between rounds. It's really not that bad. But I do think this round or next round we'll get our final Klaus, Uber Klaus. Oh, speak of the devil and he should appear. We'll do this, that, pull out our death machine, and we will do this as we shoot him, just trying to get enough. I mean, I guess you should probably run extension on this guy so that way you really get enough time to deal with them, because I don't think you really need 2 charges. But if everything is smooth sailing from here on out, if I get enough armor from the zombies, we should be able to reach round 100. I am getting a little nervous because I'm gonna need to reload here soon, and we're getting low on armor. We do have a shock charge just in case. There's some more armor. Okay, good. There we are. Okay, back up to 3, back up to 3. Oh, I hate it when the doppelgasts like get so close. I think that's what the shock charges are supposed to be for, and like grenades. But we made it. Okay, there it is, round 99. Almost there. And I will get some more Semtex grenades. Death machine is topped up. Good. Let's go over here. And then we can jump down here to the ground and reset. Oh, and a free death machine. How nice. I hope it's there at the end of this round. I don't think it's gonna be. I still think the wonder weapon doesn't work super like consistently, because like if there's an insta kill going on and I'm doing an area of effect for a while and I'm spamming that area of effect, should I not be instantly killing those zombies? Like, should they like not instantly die and I should take no damage from it? I don't know. It's very strange. It's very, very strange. Oh, and there it is. There it is. An unceremonious nuke gets us to round 100. Let's go. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to get all the way to round 101 and hopefully try an exfil. Oh, we're going to need to reset though. They're all spawning up here. Go. I love doing this. Oh, it's so fun. Whew. Well, that was definitely the hardest round 100 I've done so far. I haven't done Liberty Falls yet or Shattered Veil, but Shattered Veil looks pretty easy. I've gone to like 75, 80 just testing out that Wonder Waff. But again, like I said earlier, I like that this is the hardest high round, the hardest boss fight with Richtofen. You know, I think it's fitting. If you're gonna have a difficult, complex map, let it be the last one. And while this could definitely be way more complex, I am really proud of getting this round 100 for sure. And you know what? Thinking about it, like this is gonna be the way you want to at least do the early game, because with the other way, you're not getting salvage. Oh, is that it already? Let's go. Nice. Oh my goodness, those parasites are gonna down me. I am going to buy myself a mutant injection and then another death machine, and then I'm gonna pick up the mutant injection, and then I'm going to, oh, there's an exit strategy. Speaking of, I would very much like to get out of here, so I'm going to call this exfil in and then wait for the white flash so all these zombies go away. Thank you very much. Please go away. Okay, and I know the exfil's here. Can we pull this off? Can we pull this off? And like I said, I know we're gonna get an Uber Klaus spawned in, but I am just going to focus on killing the 5 zombies we have left. Did I kill all of them with my first mutant injection? Okay, well, we can do this. Let's see if we can't do this on a high round, right? Oh boy, he just punched me. We're gonna do that. Stun him, melee him, shoot him, melee him, jump back. Oh my goodness. Run into him, melee him, run into him. Oh my goodness. Never mind. He got me. He got me. And then we're just going to run away, pick up I think this death machine. And where are you at, Uber Klaus? Let's shock you so we don't get one tapped. And then take you out like so. No ether shroud required. Oh, there's one zombie. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's escape on the exfil. I know I didn't kill him because I forgot. But we made it. We made it. We got the Gorgofex on our back. Looking good. Oh boy. What a difficult round 100. Like I said, complete user error on the first half of this challenge. We are 3 hours into this recording, but I bet you without the save and quitting and all the times that I spent lollygagging around, you could probably get this around 2 hours, 2.5 hours, which is not too bad for around 100, especially compared to the older games. So if you're up for a challenge and some fun, unique strategies, I would highly recommend this round 100, especially because, like I said in the intro, with the leaderboard event, you want kills anyway, and with the double gobblegum event, you want to have as much playtime as possible. And so let's see how I'm doing in the Reckoning event. I am first place. A lot of these guys were really competitive the first day, and I imagine with the weekend we might get some Easter egg completions in here. I've only done 1 Easter egg completion, and the rest has just been high rounds, so it's anybody's game at this point. We've still got 4 days. Now, if you haven't heard, Napalm Burst recently got a buff, and now it's capable of clearing out entire hordes in one shot. No, I'm not kidding. Yes, you need to check it out, so be sure to check out this video and stay beautiful.